I want to hold your hand when I say this. And I'm going to piggyback on a video that I saw on TikTok not too long ago. You all have let your groomers, these older men that seek out younger women just so they can manipulate them, you all have allowed them to lead you to believe that youth equals beauty. That because you are young, you are beautiful. That you don't have to do anything for yourself. You don't have to show up and look your best. You don't have to smell your best. You don't have to act your best. You can have a nasty attitude. You could be mean, stuck up, rude, hair all over your head, half dressed. And here's the tea. Here's tea. We are not judging you for that. If that's what you want to do, it's what you want to do. But you also have to know that your actions or lack thereof has rewards and consequences. And the reality is a lot of these older men have bamboozled y'all and told y'all that your youth equals beauty. And not only is that dangerous, but it's short-lived. Because you're only young for so long, okay? The reason why I say it's dangerous is that they're telling you those things in order for you to feel better about your shortcomings so they can come into your life and damage them, okay? There is a reason why older men do not mess with older women or women their age. And it is not because they're not attracted to them. Typically, older women have enough experience and enough know-how. They probably got some therapy. And sometimes it's just life in general has made them a little bit wiser. So the games and the manipulation that they try to pass on to you all, it don't work with us. It don't work with us. So then they'll say that the older women are unapproachable, unmarriable, blah, 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 in the case of, which is not the case. It's just that you can't approach us with the same mindset and the same thought process and the same type of topics that you would someone in their early 20s or teens. These men are predators. They are prey, and they are lying to you when they tell you that your youth equals beauty. Now, if you are young and beautiful, you need to take advantage of that. When I say take advantage, I'm not talking about allowing man to fly you out and sleep with all these type of men and get all this jewelry. Those are possessions. And usually, typically with possessions, you are being possessed. And you are way more than property, okay? I'm talking about take advantage of the opportunity. You do not have to be young and dumb. You do not have to find out like the rest of us that 90% of men have no character. And 90% of men are just trying to get the most out of you by doing the most minimalistic opportunities and things to satisfy you. 90% of men talk a very good game. They know how to talk. They know how to talk. But if you're not paying attention to their actions, then you will become one of these 40 and 30-year-old bitter women on the internet that you see today. Do not be bamboozled. If you do not take care of yourself, if you don't present yourself in a normal fashion, like I said, you all with the being half naked or half breasts swinging all everywhere and all that stuff, that's fine and dandy. But let somebody in their 30s or in their 40s that's put together, look nice, work out, take their appearance personal, and love themselves, step in the room, you become invisible. Youth or not. These men are telling you these things because they want to control you. They want to control you. Period, point blank. You cannot hold a candle besides a woman who is fit mentally, spiritually, and emotionally, and physically. That takes care of herself, takes pride in what she's like. There is something that needs to be studied about society where they feel like it's a problem that you take pride in what you look like. They feel like it's an ego thing that you take pride. Pride is something that should have never been taken off the table. Pride has been taken off the table because if you do not have pride, then you are subject to fall and deal with anything that doesn't require pride, which is typically these men who want to take control of you, who wants to gaslight you, who wants to suck and drain the life out of you, take your youth away. Okay, ladies? So do not be bamboozled. Now, I know a lot of you guys will probably feel like this will go over your head and you were like, oh, older men, I love my older men and stuff. Look, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. If they could, they would. When I say if they could, they would. If they could mess with an older woman, they would. Think about how odd and strange it is for someone that's 10 years plus older than you finding interest in you. Think about if you're 20, what in the hell you got to be in common with a 10-year-old? You know how crazy that sounds? And I know someone will say, well, you're grown, you're grown. All because the number on your driver's license says you are grown does not mean you are experienced. He is using you. He's taking advantage of you. And I'm trying to keep people in a space of thinking for themselves. Ladies, do not get confused. Youth does not equal beauty. You all need to step up and start taking care of yourself for yourself. For yourself. For yourself. Or you could become bitter and used and washed up. See you guys later.